there's people in there now. I'm at IAA in Puyallup right now. We just got a couple of vehicles to drop off. Figured I'd turn on the stream. I have a Suburban on the bed and an F-150 on my tail, so I've got a pretty heavy butt right now. This Suburban is backwards. You'll see it in a video later on the channel, because I'm recording today. Where's this one going? Progressive Vic. I wonder how well you guys can see from that angle right there. You can kind of see, it's a little blurry though on the front. Let's see, I'll get to the other side of this guy, I guess. Yeah. Backing up to my spot here. Let's see if I can show it a little bit. I can kind of show it, yeah. It's a nice F-150 too. The guy hit a deer. He's only had it for 2 weeks. It still runs and drives. Runs really well. It's just it looks like it needs a new radiator and a grill. I'll show you all before I start offloading it. Here, just spot. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Zip tie. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. I'll have to put you guys back in the truck. He's only had this thing for 2 weeks. It doesn't look that bad. That's my light bar situation there and the windshield. I didn't want it to scratch the dash, so I put a microfiber towel down, but the top is fiberglass or plastic, some kind of fiberglass, and so is the hood. I realized later I could probably just zip tie it to the windshield wipers, but I went with the windshield. Even though it's dead now, it died. I've been driving for an hour and 45 minutes or so, but then there's the Suburban. Wasn't too bad. That's how I got it spaced. And if you watch my videos, you see sometimes I'll put that bungee cable there to keep the chains off the ground. But everything stayed where it should. All the chains stay. And it stayed connected. So that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna put you guys back in the cab and then finish unloading here. If I could mount it to my chest, I probably would, my phone, but anyway, I'll be back.
That buzzer's got to be loud on the phone. And I got the weather channel on here. Hey folks. Athena Girl Knows It. Interesting. Nicole Reyes, Sebastian Bash, Colton, Riley Weeks. Interesting. I love interesting names. You guys pretty much pick it, whatever you want there, but I see a lot of interesting names.
what I do, by the way, when I'm making these videos. It's just a one click to record and a click to stop recording. Then it's got a timer on it, and it shuts off after so many seconds. Where should I go here? They say every other lane, but this thing is getting a little busy over here. The lines they've got right here are a little busy. I think I might try and get away with sticking it in front of this Dodge Ram. Oh wow, the lines are, well, you guys can't see, but the lines are way off a little bit. Oh shoot. Well, this is in front of the other truck. I think I'm just gonna go along with it. Phone needs to cool down. Yeah, there's a problem there. I got the AC vent under the phone, which is probably why the audio wasn't so great the last time I did this. I checked the audio later and listened to it, and I realized it wasn't talking very loud, and it was kind of muffled just slightly, probably because the vent is right under the speaker on the phone. Now I've got the AC on, even though it's really not that cold. Alright, I'm gonna get the Suburban off of here. I'll be back. Keys or index. the phone didn't overheat. Oh, I drive it's a 2018 Freightliner M2. It's business class. That's what they call it. Nice. You're sweating in real time. You can see the sweat. How hot is it out here? Jeez. The temperature gauge says it's 102 right now. I mean, I know it's hotter in other places, but for Washington, this is hot to me for Washington. I just keep paper towels in here and I rub, I wipe my face with the paper towels, but then I have little, because they were cheap paper towels, I have little white friggin' things all over my head and my face and everything, so I prefer just to use my shirt. I mean, you can see it's wet now. Have I towed a school bus? I've towed a small bus on the bed. That's what I've done so far. It was a small bus. Whoa, the camera is hot too. Cover this thing. It's too hot to hold. It was a little school bus and somebody had converted into like a camper situation. I forgot what was wrong with it, but it was a while ago. I think it was during my first year. Getting text messages. Can I see those? Oh, how good. You know, this one actually you don't need a CDL for. At least not here in this state. At least that's what I was told. Too much sweat. It starts to run down my face. I need to wear, maybe I should get a sweatband just wrapped around my head right here. That way the sweat doesn't go down to my sunglasses and then inside and then into my eyes. At least on days like this where the temperature gauge, it says 104 degrees, but I know that realistically, you know, I know that that's not really it. It's not really 104 degrees. It's just the gauge, temperature reader outside. I'm gonna start heading on home. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that. I was going to sort of like a celebration of some kind, which is in Lacey. It started at 1 o'clock, so I doubt I'll make it there, but I might try to make it there, you know, for the last half hour. I'm on my way out of the yard now. Turning around. And there goes Luis. Awesome guy. It's still kind of blurry, huh? It looks a little blurry there. Is it going to refocus? No, I don't think it is. Nope. My chains where they are. I'm just gonna pull over here for a second and check phone for stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah? That's cool, man. Or not, I guess. I mean, when I say man, I'm kind of referring to everybody. Not that I care if I offend anyone, but just to be clear, I'm just referring to everybody. Oh, the turn signals? I mean, they sound pretty normal. Like really normal. I don't know if you can hear it. Pretty normal sounding turn signals. Pretty normal. I don't know if you could hear it or not. It's a nice truck though. I love this truck. I mean, I think I've only driven 2 other trucks. Only 2 others, but it is a nice truck. It's got kind of a worn out window switch though on the right. I can roll down that passenger window, but I can't roll it up with this switch. I have to use the switch on the door over there. So if I roll it down, I'll have to lean over there, and it's probably something under, behind the dash, of course. Which it looks pretty simple to take off. It's got these star bits kind of all over it. I mean, I imagine if I just pull those out, I could do it. But not today. No, not while it's not while my gauge now says 106. Like I said, I know it's not 106 degrees outside, but it's hot enough. That's for sure. For me, anyway. For me, I've always lived in Washington State. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I go out. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I go out. Button under the shifter. Let's see here. That is the air brake. So I can manually turn it off and on. That's what that button is. It looks like when I go out of the phone to look at things, the live stream turns off, or it disconnects momentarily, even though it still says I'm at 32 minutes now. Interesting. Does it have to disconnect while I'm checking messages? No, it doesn't. Cool. It's so funny. I never look myself in the mirror really, but I've been cutting all my hair off just because I want to. I stay a lot cooler, that's for sure. When I'm driving down the road, I just take off my hat and I'm cooled down. What's this button? Retouch? Interesting. I don't know what that button is. Oh, so I was gonna say, on my live streams, if you folks don't know, I got an email from YouTube. They said they'll give me a bonus if I can get 3 qualifying live streams a month. And to have the live stream qualified, what they mean by qualified is I have to have a viewer purchase or send me a gift or a gem, is what they call it, or a sticker, and they're like 99 cents a piece, and I need 3 per live stream. I'm about to Let's see here. I wonder, you know what? I should ask my buddy to get on here, and because he owes me. I was just telling a buddy of mine to get on the live stream and send me a gift. Are they chatting at the end of the... It's so funny when I see, I'm not making fun of them, but I think it's funny when I see towers do this sometimes, where they stop and chat with each other. And then there's people showing up behind them. I'm not making fun of them though. I do it too sometimes. But it's really funny when it happens in a neighborhood. Not with the tow truck drivers, but with people who live in the same neighborhood. And they pull over like at a stop sign or something, and they're just talking to each other, and they're blocking the road. That's the best. That's the best. And I'm not being like, sarcastic or anything. This doesn't bother me. That's a neat signal. I have not seen that signal before. On this, it looks like a BMW. With that front end, that iconic front end. But I don't think I've seen that signal before, where it's got two arrows on the front near the headlight. It's really interesting. It's got to be a newer BMW. That's cool though. It kind of signals like the Mazda does. You know how it pulses? Oh, I am on my way home. Likely anyway, unless something else comes up, because I'm pretty sure I'm not making that meeting. Because it ends at 4 o'clock and it was supposed to be today. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. No big deal. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, it's a great time to ask now. I'm going to answer everything I can on the channel when somebody leaves me a comment. I always try to respond right away. If it's a respondable comment anyway. Some of them are not ones you respond to. They're just ones you hit the like button on. They're great either way though, all of them. I've had over 1,000 subscribers in the past 28 days. I almost can't believe it. I mean, I see it on other channels, but I'm saying I can't believe it because it's definitely not anything like what I expected. And people are always wondering now how I'm going to earn money on this, and I'm already earning it now. I got monetized. It was the last 2 weeks of July that I was monetized. And you sign up for an AdSense account through Google. And that's how you get paid. And they basically deposit the funds into your AdSense account at the end of the month. And so at the end of July, I think I had around 1,500 subscribers at the time, or 1,600. But at the end of July, I got $196. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It was just the last 2 weeks of July. But the estimated revenue, it just keeps going up every day, almost like 10 or 20 bucks every day. And it's based on, as far as I can tell anyway, that I've been reading about it, based on how many ads are watched. People click the ad and then they purchase something through the ad, then I get paid a percentage from that purchase. Speaking of ads, by the way, you'll
You also have a little bit of control of what ads are actually played on your channel. And so, of course, I'm trying to keep everything PG as much as, or G anyway, as much as possible. Not just because I'm not a person that, swears a whole lot, but also I know a lot of kids watch this channel. I mean, a lot of kids watch YouTube freely anyway, without any parental supervision. It's completely insane. Because there's so many things on YouTube kids should not be watching. But you have control over the advertisements just a little bit. There's little categories you can tick or untick, so they won't play. So I took off all of the S-word advertisements, and for I'm pretty sure I took I don't know if I took all the drug ones off, but I'm pretty sure I took all the drug advertisements. I mean, maybe that means I get paid less, for the ad revenue, but that really is not worth. I don't know. I just don't want them on there. I don't want the drug ones on there or the S-word advertisements. And you know what I mean by S-word. I'm just not saying it out loud. Yeah. So I took those off. That way they shouldn't be playing. I honestly don't even like the AI advertisements where it's not a real person speaking and it's just random pictures and texts and kind of beats around the bush about what it actually is. I'll still leave those, but I don't know about you guys. I'm not into those advertisements. As soon as I can skip them, I'm skipping past them. To me, they're just not. To me, as a person, they're not worth listening to for me. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, I'm not really doing anything right now. I'm just driving back home. I'm going through, pretty sure this is south of Puyallup. Well, the entertaining part of the stream is over, I guess, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'll get back on, I guess, if there's anything interesting. If I end up with a private tow and I can live stream part of it, I mean, maybe I could even get the person to hold my phone for a bit. You know what? Maybe I should just take a tripod with me that'll actually allow me